Hey YouTube, it's your boy Omar, and I'm back again with another episode of CivDiv Talk. So this episode is actually going to be about myself. Um, I kind of gave a brief introduction to who I was in the introductory video, but now I'm going to dive a little bit deeper. I was in the Navy for 5 years on active duty. During my 5 years, I served as a hospital corpsman, which is the Army Air Force equivalent of a medic, but we're much better. Lots of good times. My duty stations, first 2 years of my naval career, I spent in Naval Hospital Jacksonville, Florida. The second half I spent on the USS America, a couple other ships. And by the time that I separated, I was in E5 and HM2. Which I'm extremely proud of, because Lord knows, if you've been a corpsman or if you've been in the Navy period, you know about the infamous quotas and how difficult it is to make rank in that specialty period. So yeah, I was a hard charger, still am, but I was just ready for a change. During my naval career, I also pursued school part-time, taking anywhere from 2 to 3 classes, working toward an associate. By the month that I separated, I did end up earning my associate's degree in health sciences. Just once again, aspiring to get to a point to where, achieve education, pursue a career that would allow me to provide for my family, and at the same time be present, because as we know, with the military, there's a lot of in and out, and at the end of the day, when duty calls, there are sacrifices, especially in regards to time with your family. Actually, I graduated this past year, but due to COVID-19 and all the restrictions, commencement was kind of shorthanded. They did a virtual commencement ceremony, but of course it's not the real deal, especially at the University of Kansas, where they have this grand ceremony and everybody's walking through the campanile, and you have students going down the hill and everybody's just there and you're waving and going through the stadium and you have like thousands of people there. So after much thought and consideration, I did decide to go back to KU to walk. And I'm definitely glad that I did it. As I mentioned earlier, this journey, it wasn't just about me. It was putting myself into a position where I can provide better opportunity for my family. And so my oldest daughter, her being 5 now, it was important for me to make sure that she sees this, to make sure that, we are making this the norm. We are making this the norm. I could only imagine if, as a child, I had the opportunity to see, one of my family members or, a close friend had that same experience, just how much more would that motivate me to get to where I am. And, it's just changing the narrative, I'm a first generation graduate, college graduate, those associates, bachelor's, currently in my master's program. It's kind of a quick detour on my way to law school. But, I want this to be a regular occurrence in my family. If my daughter, she decides she doesn't want to be a college student, she wants to be an entrepreneur, by all means, I'll support that. But it's just important for me to let her know that, hey, we can do this. We've done this, and you can do this. You have choices. You have options. And that's what I love most about my journey is, sometimes people are, oh, what do you want to do? What are you going to do? But for me, it's a privileged position. It's a privilege that's earned, but it is nice to be in a position where you have choices. If I did want to continue the pre-med grind and go that route and exhaust my benefits doing that, by all means. If I did want to, if I do continue on to my path to law school, by all means, if I want to get my PhD, if I want to stop and go work for a government consulting agency, like there's just a multitude of options that I have on the table that when I look back 10 years ago that I didn't have. I'm going to shorten this video and I'm going to go ahead and get into some highlights and clips from the commencement ceremony. All right. So yes, we just hit the road yesterday afternoon and arrived in Lawrence, Kansas, where I will be walking down the hill for one last final time for graduation. Yes, I graduated 2020, but I'm back here to do it again and make it official.
Yeah, we're back. Huh?
Yeah. Ew. You kissing at your chicken lips.
No.
Cheese.
Yes, I do. I'll take it. Do it to him.
And when you say do it to him, what do you mean?
I want an answer. I feel that we, as a general public, deserve.
You can't fix stupid, I guess. And thanks to Hyun for that great report. And joining me now is Arizona Secretary of State Katie Hobbs. Secretary, thanks for joining us. I want to show our viewers the website for Cyber Ninjas. This is the company headed by Republicans to perform this audit, if you want to call it that.
Just kidding.
Can the people of Arizona trust these findings? And what do you make of, some of the numbers featured in Hyun's piece?
Yo, what it do, people? It's your boy Omar.
And the greatest thing that ever happened to him.
Wow, the greatest thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I only got one lash on. It's cool.
You do? Damn! Can't go in public like that. Oh, so only one eye can see you good, man. Dang. That's Olivia right there.
A satin.
Look, there you go. See? Simple. Nerd. You're gonna be hot in that.
She said she was cold.
She was cold. So, nice to be back. I'm walking back around. Feels unreal.
It's finally happening a year later. My God.
I know. Me and Brandon, we walked through it last year, but it was just so empty.
It didn't feel the same.
Yeah. It's like, man. Yeah, so now we're going.
Oh, look, they saw us going through the thing.
Oh, hey.
I wonder if they can see us on the screen.
Probably, because my wife, she's like, I saw you, we saw you.
Did you?
Like, oh no. So there's plenty of people walking in. Wow.
This is crazy.
privileges, and responsibilities pertaining to that duty. Congratulations, best wishes, and rough talk.
Oh no, if you flip it. I can't flip it. Damn. Yeah, I'm not throwing my hat.